Welcome to this Mangold tutorial about linking multimedia files to observational data in Interact. Whenever you start a new observation in a brand new data file, Interact displays a message about the best location for saving the current document. Clicking Save As enables you to directly save your document at your preferred location, automatically inserting an optimized reference to the currently open multimedia file or files. Because this tutorial is about explaining these references, we will use the Not Now option and start from scratch. Clicking Not Now does not save the document itself, but enters a complete reference to the multimedia file, ensuring that Interact knows where to find the recording that served as an observation source. Why does Interact pay so much attention to these links and their file paths? Well, that is easy to demonstrate. Whenever an observation source is linked to a dataset, double-clicking any time value automatically opens the corresponding media file or files. This means that Interact keeps track of which recording belongs to which observation. Linking observation files is especially helpful if a session is recorded with multiple cameras and maybe separate mics per participant, resulting in multiple media files per session. One double-click opens all reference recordings. This makes it very easy to continue with or verify previous observations because you can be sure the data matches the recording, as long as the references are valid. Besides, valid references are also required when using the auto-transcription or video editing routines, so it's important to consider how you store your project files. Notice that each file reference is preceded by the keyword video, followed by a colon. This way, Interact knows the reference files are used as an observational source. On Windows, the full reference, as entered with every Not Now click, also includes the drive letter of the current location of the media file. And this is where the trouble may start. If you and your colleagues are working on the same computer, there is no need to change anything because the link will always work. But when working in a team with different computers, things are not that simple. For starters, external drives containing your recordings and data files may be mounted with different drive letters on different computers, causing the link to fail. This is, in fact, only a minor issue because the drive letter in the file reference can easily be changed manually in the transcript field, at least if this field is displayed at the bottom of the Interact window. If the transcript field is displayed as a column, you need to select the dataset holding the reference and press F2 to get to the edit field that displays the reference. Either way, because it is only a text reference, the user can edit it manually to adapt the reference to their need. Second, when working in environments where Interact is used on both macOS and Windows, this drive letter is a bigger issue because macOS does not use drive letters at all, and the drive names used under macOS are totally ignored on Windows. So how can we create stable links that work on both platforms? One method would be to store the Interact data files in the same folder as the recordings, but that might not be the best approach. The biggest advantage of that one folder method is that only the file name of the referenced file needs to be known to Interact. This means that the reference will always work, at least as long as all files are stored within the same directory. For large projects, this method might be confusing and error-prone. Also, that structure is not an option for users without write access to the video drive. For either situation, working with a project folder can be the solution, for it creates more stable links or references and works on both platforms. What does this mean? Simply create a main project folder for a study or project. Inside this folder, create a folder like Recordings or any other meaningful name, and store all videos inside this folder. Creating subfolders per session within that recordings folder to group media files that belong together is a good idea though. Now, save all Interact data files directly inside the main project folder, so Interact can create relative links to all media files from that top-level position straight to the recordings folder without needing any drive letter or further location information. That way, each reference to a media file starts with video, double quotes, recordings, \, followed by maybe a subfolder name and the media file name, like this. As you can see, there is no drive letter and none of the folders above matter. Thus, as long as these subfolder structures and file names are not altered, all file references will work, opening the corresponding linked media files with a simple double click. By the way, Interact automatically handles the fact that macOS uses forward slashes and Windows uses backslashes to separate directory levels. In addition to these observation source-related file references, it is also possible to link other file types for documentary purposes, such as images, Word, or PDF files, or linking data view files for synchronized replay of sensor data. This allows us, for example, to link a photo per participant or an image and a description of the experiment setup, as well as other external background information, or link separately recorded physiology data per session. We can link any of those files to any line with a simple drag and drop action. Select the line you want to link a file to and drag the file or files directly from the Windows Explorer or macOS Finder into the Interact window, like this. A dialog box appears, prompting you to choose between opening or linking the file. Clicking on Link will insert the keyword File, followed by a complete reference to the file into the transcription field of the selected line. If there is too little room to rearrange your windows, switch to the Insert tab and use the File Reference to Element command instead. Select the desired file with the help of the upcoming File Open dialog. To view any of these reference files, right-click a line with one or more linked files and select Open or Open Linked Files from the Context menu, or switch to the Insert tab and click the File Reference Open command instead. These referenced files will open in their respective application, so these links will only work when the required application is installed on your computer. If a referenced file does not open, verify if the file is indeed located in the specified location and try to open it with a double click on the file itself. If you cannot open the file manually, then Interact cannot do so either. With all of this information, you should be able to organize and manage all your media and data files efficiently and effectively in Interact. Thanks for watching, and don't forget to like and subscribe. We are happy to speed up your research, so watch our other videos to learn more.